come and treat me at home is a wrong practice. It is good when everything is good, but when that is gbege, kasala don't burst too. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope they change that in Nigeria. I hope this MOHBAD case, will make the government, change a lot of, quack, practices in Nigeria. I hope this will help them look at things in a different way. So, and I think,
change. It is change. Sincerely, it is change. I'm saying this because I work in primary health sector in Nigeria. I do a lot of philanthropic job at the grassroots when it comes to primary. As a matter of fact, I'm a chairman of a ward when it comes to health. So I've done all this thing. I understand. I've gone to training.
So have they changed the practice? Have they changed that?
Now, see, in Nigeria, it is not the practice. Try to get something. It is the people that must change the practice.
Exactly.
Governments have put law there. Governments have done their own. Government have done their own. People refuse. It is people that go to Baba Bamishe when they want to give birth and believe Efumilagbo, Mashe Ibiye, I'll do all that. Now them they do them, but they know what to do. See, let me share an experience with you. I was at a primary health center one day. This woman have been going to regular Alagbo, and she had a bridge. When she went to the Alagbo said she had bridge. They told her to take some agbo. That was when her husband, not even her husband, her alabasu, because she's not married, all those small children. It was because of complication that she ran to the primary health center. And it's bridge. And primary health cannot do CS or do operation. They need to go to general hospital. At the end of the day, we fought tooth and nail, but the child died. They saved the mother. And this is what happened. They don't do antenatal. They don't do all that. Now, when they won't give birth, that they do, no, save me. At the end of the day, they don't even have kobo in the pocket. You see, this tradition has things that is mitigating against the effort of the government. Yes, we all blame government. But sincerely speaking, in health sector, government have tried. And let's take it back to this MOHBAD matter. Look at young people, 23, 21, 26, 25, not going to the hospital, even though they are living in Lekki that is regarded as up-class area. That hospital is closer to them. 5 minutes walk, 10 minutes walk, 3 minutes drive. They no go hospital. They still they call nurse to come sit them for house. Is it government that will change that or them to change it? Government only set standard and they follow this standard and they try to cover and educate. People must change. So the real thing in this matter is if people have adopted that when you are sick, today in Nigeria, no doctor, nobody will administer malaria drugs without blood test. It is a criminal act. And it is wrong. In Nigeria today, you must do test. In public health, you must do test. All public health have testing kits, minimally to test for malaria. So if someone now walks to chemist, now malaria I get too because I'm hot, my mouth dey bitter. Chemist go say, na true, na malaria. Make I see your eyes. Your eyes, it don't yellow. Oh yeah, take this, take that. That is wrong medication. Because in the first place, you don't know if it is malaria parasite, if it is +1, if it is +2. You don't know. You just give drug. And when something happens, it dey damage your kidney, small. After all you spend the money, they will now take you to the hospital. They will say your kidney is damaged. You have high fever. You go say, Ijoba no good. Hospital too expensive. People are the problems in Nigeria. Not really the government. Because people refuse to do the right thing. And when kasala burst, they go blame the authority. That is one of the problems. So, in an educative mood, everybody should learn to go to hospital. No, they do nurse. Nurse, no be doctor. Nurse na assistant to doctor. Nurse, no they prescribe. nurse is to administer and assist you. Assuming you have a wound, nurse can help you to treat your wound. If they said Mohbad had wounds and they call in doctor to treat him, I don't have problems with that. Nurse can do all that. But when it comes to injection, who told you? Who prescribed it for you to inject you? Someone must tell the nurse what to inject. So someone raised a question earlier. The nurse said someone prescribed a drug for her. Who was that person? That person also is complicit. Why would you prescribe drug when you are not?
Yeah.
Educatively. Thank you, Abate.
Yeah, I think from the report, I think maybe I'm not sure though, maybe that is wrong or not. But I think from what they were saying, maybe he contacted the what's the name, the head, the doctor where he practiced or where she did that stuff. Maybe she contacted the man, and the man was one that, I'm not sure though, the information is not clear out there. But one of the major things that I knew was that she was being, they took.
Don't us work with that. That is an assumption. Don't us work with it.
Okay,
I will not work with she contacted. Leave it out.
Aristocrat, do you know anything about MPs?
Lady Harris, can I add something?
Aristocrat.
Which one is MPO? Please say it in full.
Okay, so MPs are nurse practitioners, but they are nurses. Yes, hold on.
What
MPs,
is the full meaning of MP?
Nurse practitioners. It's called.
But you said MP.
MPs.
What is the meaning? Okay, NP. Okay,
That's
NP.
right.
Oh.
So MPs can.
I thought you said MP. I want to say it's military police.
No. So MPs are nurse practitioners who can also administer medication, write prescriptions, not under the guidance of a doctor. Okay, so I just want to, because when you're saying that registered nurses that
I think those ones are also coming notice.
Okay,
like
so hold on,
those ones were trained. Try to get what I'm saying. I'm talking within the scope.
I know.
I'm talking within the scope of our discussion.
Because when you're
those
saying
ones
that,
are trained.
I know.
Part of those ones trained, and that is why that is higher than a regular nurse.
Exactly.
There are regular nurses. That is why it is higher. Thank you. Okay. It's like you have specialized, like you have surgeons. There are general doctors, GP doctors. There are other doctors that are higher than that. So in their profession, they have levels. But we are talking about the basics.
Okay. Also, nurses can administer medications. They can give medications. They can give steroid. They can give OTC medications. They are allowed. MPs can also. MPs have their own practice. Okay, if you're an MP, you can have your own practice. All right, not in all states, I'm not sure, but in most states. Okay, so we need to, when we are talking about nurses, the higher you go, the better it is.
We are talking about Nigeria. I know.
I know what is happening in Nigeria.
Can I add something to what Aristocrat just said?
Please go ahead.
Aristocrat, I really enjoy your submission. I just want to let you know that the problem is not only the people in Nigeria, even people abroad, they refuse to go for medical checkup.
Yes, it's all of them.
I have a scenario that happened in front. I have a scenario that happened 2 flats from my house. I live in Amsterdam 2 weeks ago. The guy has an heart issue and he didn't tell anyone. He lives in Belgium and he came to visit a friend in Amsterdam. He came for a party. This is someone that has doctor's appointment for Monday. He came for a party in Amsterdam and he drank so much that Friday night. On Saturday morning, he died in his sleep. My neighbor ran to me and called me that he's been calling him. He did not wake. I said, did you touch him? He said, yes. I said, call the police. He now called the police. The police now came, called an ambulance. They came to check. When they came, he was still having a little bit of pulse. They tried, even called for backup. But after 30 minutes, they came out, they say he's gone. So immediately the police, we are abroad now, they called the forensic. They asked us, what nationality does he have? We said he's a Nigerian, but he has a Belgian stay permit. And we now called his family in Nigeria, and they told us, one of the brothers said he has an heart issue. So the police now said, okay, he has a Belgian resident. They now check his things because they didn't allow us in. Immediately they came in, they sent everybody out. of the house. They checked his one of his pocket. They now saw his ID. So they called the doctor in Belgium that they called the police in Belgium and they explained certain things to the police in Belgium. The police in Belgium now, I think through the check now, you know how they do it in Western world. They now contacted him because from what we told them that they said he told us that he had a doctor's appointment on Monday. So I think because they were there the whole day, in 4 hours time, the doctor in Belgium called them. They were able to locate his contact doctor or something like that. The police was still in the house there because they didn't allow us to take the cup. They said someone has to sign before they would take the cup to mortuary. His brother has to come from Germany to sign for him. The doctor now confirmed it that yes, he has an appointment. And they were asking, the police was speaking with the doctor and asking us questions. His friend said, yeah, they went to a party and he drank so well and came back and said his chest was tight that night. They gave him paracetamol. He slept and he did not wake up. The hospital from my house is less than 10 minutes. When you know you have an heart issue after drinking and you're feeling funny, was he not supposed to call an Uber or tell someone that I need to see this? Because even if he got himself to the hospital that day, they will help him. Even that was what the doctor even told us when they came. They said that he should have rushed down here, at least he would have gotten help. So just like what you said, Aristotle, most black people, they don't like going to the hospital. Even in people living abroad, they have the same problem. They don't like going for checkup.
Okay, so
and that they will.
Okay, when you hold on to your heart and you're clenching your heart, that's a sign of heart attack. That's one sign of heart attack. So now, just to I'm not buttressing what you said. If this guy went to a party and he's somewhere, he just finished drinking and he's held onto his heart,
he came home. He came home after the party.
I know.
He came home.
Yes. He came home and he held onto his heart. What the people in the house there should have done was to call an ambulance. Okay?
He didn't
Hold on, please. Was to call an emergency, not an ambulance. Was to call an emergency number, for help. Okay, why
he didn't tell the people in the house that he has an heart issue?
I don't understand that.
His family. He came back and said he was tired, that he needed sleep, that he needs paracetamol. So the guy in the house with him gave him paracetamol and he lied down. It was when it happened that they started calling his family in Nigeria. We started hearing a different story. And from his friends in Belgium that, yeah, he had an hospital appointment. He just said he wanted to come and spend the weekend with his friend in Holland.
In this MOHBAD's case, I don't think MOHBAD's, sorry, I just want to relate it to MOHBAD's case.
I am not relating it to MOHBAD's case. I'm only relating it to the statement that Aristocrat made that people don't like going to the hospital to seek medical help.
Most people, not all, most people don't like going to the hospital.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I want to tell a story that each time I remember about this Nigerian hospital, the Nigerian people who are in abroad, they don't like going to the hospital. I want to tell you a story that happened to me last year. A friend of mine called me and she said to me that she's having a funny sign on her left side of the head, and then her head make noise like water pump. Whenever she turn her head, she will hear whoa, and she turn to the other side, she will hear whoa. This is my best friend. And I said to her that go to the hospital, let them check you out. And she said, yes, I'll go. She's a lady. I'll go. She didn't go. Then one day she called me. She said, where are you? I said, I'm at home. She said, oh, at work today I was feeling very dizzy and then I found myself in the bin. I said, what do you mean you found yourself in the bin? She said, yeah, she just woke up and she found herself in the bin. I said, you mean in the dustbin? She said, yes. I said, how did you get there? She said, she doesn't know. I said, who was at work with you? She said she was she was alone because the work she's doing is 1-to-1. So she was alone at work in the night. And then when the morning staff came to take over from her. She was feeling very, 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 very dizzy. Then I said, oh, maybe your blood pressure is low. Maybe your iron level is low. You need to go to the hospital. And then you need to get blood tonic as well, but go to the hospital. She told me, she said, oh, yes, I managed to get to the road, and I went to the pharmacist to get, there's this blood medicine called Efrigrobin. She just got it, and then she had some, so she feel a little better now. So she's going into the bus now. She's going home. I say, why can't you go to your sister's house or come over? She said, no, I just want to go home. I feel a little bit better. The following day, because we were supposed to go to the market together, she called me. She said, you know what? I feel better now. Let's go to our market tomorrow. I said, have you seen the doctor? She said, yeah, she went to see the GP, and they've taken blood tests, blah, blah, blah. I said, you need to go to the hospital. Let them check. You said, you don't even know when you found yourself in the bin, you don't know if you have hurt your head. Maybe you had a fall. She said, no, she feel okay. And this pastor, Pastor Taiwo, that popular pastor, was coming to UK, and my friend, she's in the choir. She told me that, no, she go to the hospital now, they are going to admit her. I said, go to the hospital. Let them check you out. My friend was, doing akipanki. She now, later I saw her in my house. She said, we are going to market this night. I say, hey? She said, yes, can't you see me that I feel all right? I said, okay. We went to the market. She was feeling funny. So I was the one that did a lot of work that day in the market. We came back home because she doesn't want to go to the hospital because of Pastor Taiwo. She wants to go to see Pastor Taiwo, to report something to Pastor Taiwo about her children. So after we came back from the hospital, her sister even said to her, sister stood down and said, come, my sister, I don't like the way you are feeling. Please, I'm begging you. Let us go to the hospital. She said, am I a small girl? Yeah, if I feel anything, I will go to the hospital. Anyway, to cut the long story short, Pastor Taiwo came, I think it was on the 6th of October. She went, I think on the 6th or 8th, she went for the program. She was in the choir. She managed to take the picture of her children to Pastor Taiwo. She had everything she wants to do. She told me that, I saw Pastor Taiwo. It was amazing. It was this. It was that. She did all that. This is my best friend, the only friend I can talk to. The only person I can share my secret with. So that day, she told me all this story. I said, okay, that's fine. Then I went to her house because we have a party on the 28th of October. I went there, she did my hair for me. She made puff puff. We ate together. We were happy. We went to I went to her house to pick her up. We went to party in Elephant Castle. I dropped her off on the 29th early morning. And then I didn't talk to her because we both used to, watch MOHBAD, on TikTok because, my husband know MOHBAD. So, I used to follow everything that is happening about MOHBAD, me and her. So we used to share the story together and all that. Then I didn't talk to her on Monday, Tuesday, no. Then on the 2nd of November, and the husband called me on Tuesday and said, please, sis, talk to your friend to go to the hospital. I said, we've all talked to her. She said she doesn't want to go, so she will go. So me, when I talked to her, she said she wants to go and see the result of what the doctor said, and the GP, not doctor now, not hospital. Then on the 2nd, I had a phone call. There's somebody called me and said, have you heard from your friend today? I said, no. And the person said, no, we've been trying to call her mobile phone. She has not answered because she was supposed to go and pick the kids up, her sister's children from school at 11:30. I said, no, I haven't heard from her today. Immediately I pick up my phone. I call her. There was no answer. Because she picked the kids from school. As soon...
Okay, then what happened? She died.
We now sent somebody into the house to open the door. Mm-hmm. When they got there, they found my friend on the floor. She's gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Very pathetic.
My friend has died. They couldn't let us into the house. And then what I want to bring out of this story is that after they took my friend to the hospital in London, I got there. They said, they did the autopsy and everything. Within 24 hours, they got the result and said it was blood clots. If she has gone to the hospital, she wouldn't have died.
Oh.
I lost my friend.
I'm going to drop you now, Layo. I'm so sorry. I know what you went through last year. I think we were in this together too. I'm so
sorry.
Let me drop you now, okay? Let me drop you.